All right, let's get right into it. The real estate brokerage world, it's not just about selling houses. Honestly, it's more like a really high-stakes chessboard. Every single day, you've got these major players and these local heroes making strategic moves. We're talking acquisitions, expansions, talent grabs that are completely reshaping the industry. So the big question is, who's actually winning?
It really all boils down to this one fundamental choice. Do you go big? Plug into a global network with all its massive resources and that instant brand recognition? Or do you go local? Stay independent and just double down on that deep, irreplaceable community knowledge and that personal touch. Today, we're going to look at the latest moves on the board to see which one of these strategies is really coming out on top.
So first up, let's talk about the massive pull of the giants. Because there is a very clear trend of smaller, independent firms deciding, you know what, joining a larger network is our best bet for growth, and maybe even for survival.
And this right here is a perfect example. We're not talking about just a handful of agents. Just recently, HomeSmart Professionals, a huge player in Rhode Island, moved its entire team. We're talking over 300 agents under the REMAX umbrella. I mean, that is a massive shift.
So you gotta ask, why would a super successful firm make a move this big? Well, the founder, Dean DeTonicourt, he said it perfectly. He said, having access to a larger network and robust resources is critical. So what does that actually mean? Well, it means you're plugging into global marketing campaigns. You're getting state-of-the-art tech, and you're tapping into this huge agent-to-agent referral network. For him, those resources made joining REMAX, as he put it, an easy choice.
And this is not some one-off thing. We're seeing the exact same pattern play out with Howard Hanna acquiring prime properties over on Long Island. And the goal is crystal clear. Get your hands on that world-class support, better technology, and all the resources you need to keep up with what today's clients have come to expect.
But here's what's really interesting. These moves aren't just about spreadsheets and market share. There's a human element here. Amy Garamonti, the co-founder of Prime, said the deal felt right because it's about people and values. So what that tells me is that even in these giant mergers, that feeling of a shared culture, that feeling that you're joining the right team, that can be the thing that seals the deal.
But hold on, because this is not a one-way street. At the exact same time the giants are consolidating, we're seeing this powerful counter-narrative emerge. Let's call it the boutique rebellion. This is where independent local firms aren't just surviving, they are thriving by being fiercely, unapologetically local. And this quote from David Cohen, the founder of San Francisco's City Real Estate, it just nails this whole vibe. While the giants are out there swallowing up firms, he's actively choosing to be the opposite, proudly planting his flag and building his entire brand around that deep local knowledge that you just can't replicate. It's a direct challenge to that old idea that bigger is always better.
Now, whatever you do, don't mistake local for small time. This strategy is aggressive. I mean, look at this. City Real Estate is aiming to go from $40 million in annual production in Marin County to $200 million in just a couple of years. That is local power with massive ambition. So how are they pulling this off? Well, their model is actually brilliant. Instead of getting acquired themselves, they're strategically merging with other respected local firms. They're uniting local powerhouses. And this approach is exactly how they were able to surpass a staggering $1 billion in sales volume last year. It just proves that this boutique model is a serious force. Okay, so we've got these two big opposing forces, global consolidation on one side and the local rebellion on the other. So where is the real battle being fought? Well, it's not just about company size. The ultimate prize for absolutely everyone is attracting and keeping top-tier human talent. And we're seeing this play out from the top down. Huge names like Corcoran and Caldwell Banker are making these really strategic executive appointments. They're placing proven leaders like Mercedes Sawitz and Brian Ellsworth in key regions to drive growth, and just as importantly, to support their agents on the ground. But this war for talent, it goes so much deeper than the C-suite. The real battle is for the individual agents. They are the true lifeblood of any brokerage, the ones out there with a unique vision for how they serve their clients. Just listen to this philosophy from Giovanna Fern, a luxury specialist who just moved over to Hawaii Life. She says, every home has a story, but not every realtor knows how to tell it. I mean, that just captures the shift perfectly. Being a top agent today isn't just about the transaction. It's about being a storyteller, about uncovering a property's unique history. And that is a deeply human skill you just can't automate, and it's what clients are really looking for. And of course, brokerages are actively chasing these proven winners.
We're talking about agents like David Hunt Solomon, who's done $500 million in sales, or Erica Skog, who Christie's is literally building its entire Wisconsin expansion around. So what's the bottom line? What do these top agents actually want? Well, they want a company that values their individuality and creativity.
And that brings us to the final battleground. Because with the market being this competitive, companies are realizing it's not enough to just be big or to just be local. The real game changer is innovating the actual experience, both for the client and for the agent.
Check out this absolutely brilliant partnership down in Florida between John R. Wood Christie's and a design firm. They've set up shop together, so now a buyer can tour a property, walk right next door and meet with a designer and instantly start to visualize what a renovation could look like. I mean, that's not just selling a house, that's selling a future. It's a real, valuable service. And the innovation isn't just client-facing, it's also for the agents. XP Realty's CMO has launched this new framework they're calling the X Factor. It's aimed squarely at the industry's notorious hustle and burnout culture, where agents are just expected to be on call 24/7. This whole thing is designed to help them build sustainable businesses and actually get their lives back. And the logic is simple, right? A happier, more supported agent is going to provide a much better experience for the client.
So that leaves us with the ultimate question. As this chessboard keeps shifting and the pieces keep moving, where does the real advantage lie? Is it in the sheer power and scale of a global brand? Is it in the deep-rooted connection of local expertise? Or is it ultimately found in those creative, talented individuals who can completely reinvent the experience for everyone? The game is far from over.